All right, welcome back to the channel. Things have changed a little bit since the last time I've been here, and I will eventually explain all of that and what I'm thinking right now. But I wanted to cover this article because it's genius. Trump's illogic makes the case for national divorce. Now, this isn't a shot at Donald Trump. So, for you Trumpers, if you're still here, and whoever else, I think this article is a very black pilled look at reality. And I'm all about reality. In his speech, right, in Trump's speech accepting the 2024 Republican nomination for president, Trump made a statement that should have made many do a double take. In an attempt to make a plea to unite the nation, Trump misspoke in such a way that actually ended up proving how a national divorce from the American empire would be a long-term benefit for the people residing within its lands. Now, I'm skipping down a little bit. Trump says, I am running to be president for all of America, not half of America, because there is no victory in winning for half of America. Makes sense, right? That Trump would say that. Though this illogical, or through this illogical statement, Trump unintentionally made the best argument as to why he is just as unfit to rule America as Kamala Harris and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and all the other presidential candidates. Only a small majority or plurality, if not a small corrupt cabal, will end up endorsing the eventual winner. This means that no matter who wins in November, there will be no victory for the rest of America after Election Day. Now, this also is a reason why people don't vote too. People see this and they go, there's no outcome that's really going to benefit me. In fairness to Trump, he was obviously trying to make the point that he wanted everyone in America to benefit from the results of his policies, not just those who voted for him or attached their political prospects to him. The problem, which Trump does not seem to understand, is that the 55-state territorial compact is too diverse economically, culturally, geographically, and politically to benefit from a set of policies imposed from one particular center of power. In other words, it's too diverse and too big to be able to benefit from just one idea or one source of power. His campaign platform and rhetoric makes no firm commitment to policies even resembling this approach. If Trump understood this, he would be endorsing a gradual dissolution of the ties to the imperial center in Washington, D.C., and allowing states and territories to reassert radically more control over their own governance. The political structures by which tyranny is imposed are left unaddressed, ready to be used at a moment's notice by whichever wielder of power succumbs to the temptation to become addicted to its exercise. Things like the executive order, right? Trump says he's going to be a dictator on day one. People on the left misinterpreted that, but what Trump was stating was the obvious, is that Biden did that on his first day. Trump will do it on his first day. It's the most exciting day of the presidency because a lot of things actually get accomplished on that day. And that's why people are very excited about when Trump, if and when Trump gets sworn in, he will undo all the things that Biden did. But it's, number one, it's not constitutional. Number two, it's not a real way to run a country, right? Because then after that, everything is just gridlock and nothing happens. Now, some people think gridlock is good. But again, if you're in one of these regions, one of these sections of the country that would benefit from their own governance, which I think would mean pretty much everybody, you'd like to just forego all of the lunacy that's happening in Washington, D.C. Now, this is very interesting here. Political unity always opens the door to tyranny. America's founding fathers well understood this, which was why they were in favor of multiple factions within the larger confederation. That was how the pre-1860s America was designed. This view was that the dispersion of power and the inability to consolidate it would be a benefit for the people. It would allow a very loosely attached country of different peoples to prosper in their own ways, in their own sections, according to their own needs. Cooperation, such as trade, would be voluntary based on the involved sections, both benefiting, and unity would only truly be needed temporarily in times of national emergencies, such as the invasion from a foreign power. What replaced this, though, was a dominant center of power which built itself into the empire of today. Over time, this center gradually pulled more and more power to itself at the expense of the widely different sections of the country. It constructed a very complex political structure, which now uses the mechanisms of law and power to dictate policy and results to a diverse body of millions, irrespective of what impacts it might have. All dictation is based on the whims of those with the acumen and manipulation skills to seize the levers which control it. So long as this complex structure of power exists, the common man in America has no prospects of truly succeeding in his earthly responsibilities. That's pretty heavy and true. There is no victory in winning for half of America, Trump said in his speech. That much is true. Nobody wins as long as this imperial circus known as national elections continues. If all of America is to win, this is key here, dissolution of the empire must be brought about. The power to govern must be returned to the local people. Only national divorce as the instrument of decentralization can now accomplish that. So again, the problem with national divorce is getting people to agree that we need a national divorce. We shall see. I think this article, however, points out something that I've known and that a lot of people already know, is that we're watching a really bad game of table tennis where one side hits the ball once, the other side misses, the other side hits the ball once, the other side misses. It's a game where things just they go back every 4 or 8 years to what they were prior to that, and there's no real progress. And it makes so much more sense to have your local community, your state, your local government calling the shots for that area, because again, you've got different people in different regions and they have different interests and they will vote differently. To get everybody to be on the same page, extremely frustrating. And that's why every political cycle where we get more diverse and more crazy, it gets harder and harder for people to agree on just one thing. And that's causing tension. And in some cases, it probably mental illness. I'm getting to the point where I can't look at things or watch things for too long because I short out. I just like my brain fries and then I go, well, time to go for that walk, time to take the dog out, time to do something. But this article here, again, just the author of this was Grant M. Dahl. And this is over on LouRockwell.com, where you're going to find some very interesting material and stuff that you're not going to hear in the mainstream. So, yeah, we might be too far gone for this election stuff. And I think that happened the last time. And people were saying this. And we run these candidates like it's some sort of a game show. And I'm tired of the game show. I want things to change, and it's up to us. Let's see if maybe someday we can do something about this. I just fear it probably won't happen in my lifetime, but eventually America is just going to run out of itself, and this centralized bureaucracy is going to fail so spectacularly that people are going to say, okay, I can do this better. And most people have had that moment in their lives where they say, I can do this better than this person, and I suck, and I can still do it better than them. So anyway, thanks for watching. Again, big changes here at the channel as I kind of regroup after a couple of videos I did, and I sort of lost my mind for a few days, and I wasn't even sure I would be doing this on this channel again. I'm not sure if it's worth it, but I want to put out some unique content. I don't want to just follow a tribe, and I don't know how I'm going to vote in the fall. I'm just going to be honest. I made the case for Trump. You can make the case for not voting. You can make the case for RFK. You could make the case for Dr. Shiva, for all I care. All I know is that we have to fix things, and we have to do it in a very bottoms up way. This top down stuff is not good, and it's wasting too much of our precious time.